you started, it was pre-internet days. You were renegades, you were outsiders, you were pioneers. How did you first become familiar with each other's work?
I think I saw the work of Shepard because he was using the name Andre, and I had people who used to go to New York and say, "There's a guy who sticks your name all over a statue." So that's the first time I heard about him. And then later on, we met through a common friend, Frank, Space Invader, and I went to LA. Shepard took me out. We went out in Paris. And since then, we met in Tokyo also. We've been like following each other since years, I think.
And when you say he took you out, it wasn't to go drink. It was to go out and to bomb Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, he took me to to climb on dangerous places, but also to drink after. We did both.
Yeah, I met. Well, I first saw Andre's work in Tokyo. I was there in 2000, and there was this character, the Mr. A character, that stood out from all the other graffiti that was all around the cool neighborhoods, Harajuku and Roppongi, and hey, you were up in a lot of neighborhoods, and so Shibuya. So I didn't know Andre yet, but then I was walking around, and my wife and I, well, it was my girlfriend at the time, stopped at a store because we saw somebody in there selling homemade t-shirts of Space Invader and then wallpaper, and it was Andre, and then he had that character, and I said, "Oh, what's the deal with this character?" He said, "Oh, it's my character." And I said, "Oh, I know Space Invader," and then we started talking, and yeah, I asked him what he was up to, and he said riding his scooter around and putting graffiti up and selling some t-shirts, and I said, "That sounds good. That's what I like. I like to do that stuff too." So that was that.
So is it fair to say that Space Invader was Cupid for all of this?
Hey, Andre was being, I think, a good friend and selling Space Invaders t-shirts over in Japan for him. And that's one thing about Andre and Frank, Space Invader. I mean, they're both really generous. They're very, a lot of artists are very competitive and kind of, hate on each other, and they're very supportive of each other. And yeah, I like that.
So is it fair to say that things were different back then? I don't want to age us, but there was definitely, was there more of a sense of community back then?
It was better back then. Always better in the past.
But was it a community back then?
Well, I think the idea that it wasn't that easy to track down people doing cool stuff. I mean, the internet was around, but it was still very underground. So, if I had the opportunity to meet someone, if I saw somebody put up a sticker I'd seen around, I was like, that's the person behind that sticker. I'm going to go up and talk to them. It's the same as in the 80s when I saw somebody with Ollie marks on their shoes. It was like, that person skates. They might know spots. I'm going to go talk to them. And I think that, as the internet's made it easier to connect with people. It's it's brought more people out, and that's good in a lot of ways. But I think I feel like the connection that you have when you have to work a little harder for it is makes people really committed to what they're doing. And I think now it's easier you can be a DJ for a week and a street artist for a week and just try everything out and see if something finally sticks, because you can blow up quick with the internet. And there's good and bad to that. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just a little bit different.